Okay, I want to do a quick video here showing how to take an image file and convert it or create an SVG out of it, and then show that being pulled into Bambu Studio. So the software that I have pulled up right here is free. Inkscape. You can go download that. And what you'll want to find, I think you can somewhere up in here, there's in the menu. Once you set it, you don't have to go back. So I don't remember exactly where it is. But over here, this trace bitmap is what you want. And generally, I'm on multicolor, set this to colors. And I'll go through some of these later, what they're doing. But basically, what you do is you go online and find a logo or wherever. And then you're going to either paste it in here, or you can do the import. This logo I found happens to be a really nice quality logo. That's kind of hit and miss. I'm gonna hit copy and paste it here. All right. It doesn't really matter how big it is. You can always scale it down if you just want to be able to fit it on your screen. I think it's one of those deals. It's like a shift click. Nope, don't do that. Undo that. Uh, Maybe it's a control click to scale it. There we go. That's scaling it, so at least we can see it. Um, Yeah. So then what you're going to do is come over here. Scans is going to be basically you want your number of scans to match the number of colors. So if I go above, it just kind of starts doing some weird stuff. But if I come down too low, there's not enough there. So we need red, white, and black. So 3. For some reason it's not looking right with 3, so I'm just going to click it up to 4. Oh, maybe because there's like 2 sets of red. There's like this red here, and that'll make sense here in a minute. Set this to stack. This will separate the colors into different layers, essentially. Remove background. You can remove it later if you want, so it doesn't really matter, but probably most of the time you'll have remove background selected. Speckles, that's going to grab little tiny details. Like this particular logo doesn't have any little specks, but some logos, like I just did the Patriots, it has little tiny features, and if you don't have that selected, it might just ignore them. So you just gotta play with it and change the strength. Smooth corners, I usually just set that at 1. You can adjust it as needed, and then optimize. It's another thing that just kind of smooths it out, but I would just probably start right here. Unselect user assisted trace, and then go ahead and hit apply. Now, it doesn't look like it did anything, but it did. What you're going to do now is you're just going to click and drag this away, and now I've got 2. So I'm going to move this one away that it just created, and I'm going to click over to the original one. That's all this one is the original paste. Just hit delete. Now I'm going to drag this one back. You can see it removed the background. Now this step is important. With it selected, I'm going to do Control-Shift-G. And see what it's done here is created multiples. Those are individual layers. I'm going to hit escape to deselect them. And now I can select individual layers and move them around. So if I just wanted this black one, I could delete the others. I'm going to hit Control Z to move it back to where it was. And you can click over here in the layers and objects, and you can look at the individual layers. So all that has done is split up this logo into the different layers. At that point, what you can do is go file. I think it's just save as. Yeah, it's not export, it's just save as. And then let's go up into my football area and let's call it Raging Cajuns logo. It's going to save it as an SVG. If it's probably selected that way because I had selected it previously, but if not, make sure you have SVG right there. Hit save. Okay, now you're going to go into your Bambu, create a new project. And you can just drag and drop it, or you can import it. Let me see here. So let's go back to my football folder where I saved it. There it is. And this guy right here, we'll pull that in. There you go. Pulled right in there. Of course, you can scale it at this point, however you need. And then it should be multiple parts. You can kind of see the silhouette right there. It's all united into one. So if we look over here at objects, oh, actually, I take that back. I don't use this a lot. This is not normally the way I do logos unless they just happen to come through easily, but looks like it is separated. So you would be able to manipulate it that way. But here's an example. Like, even though it's a nice clean thing, it still is kind of grabbing some weird stuff there. Yeah, so again, this is not really the way I usually do it because of stuff like that. I usually manually trace it myself. That also allows me to do things like if there's a real thin area, I can kind of fake it and make it a little thicker without noticing so that it prints better. But I've had a number of requests on ways to just simply create an SVG file. So I wanted to just run through that process real quick, and that's really it. Thanks.